welcome to Thoughts of Treasures. It's Connie. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome into my craft room. Tonight I have this little sign that we are going to finish up. I need to put a bow on it, a beaded hanger, and if you guys didn't see my other video from before, yes, I put a hanger on, said I was putting a beaded hanger on, and I didn't put a beaded hanger on. So I'm going to remember this time we're going to put a beaded hanger on. I mean, I did go back and fix at the end of the video, but it's okay. If you guys are new to me, welcome in. I am so glad that you guys are here. If you are new to my page, welcome. Please hit the follow button or the subscribe button, wherever you're watching. They call it different things any place, but you can see me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. So if you're on any of those, please, it's all Thoughts of Treasures. Come follow. Hit that follow, subscribe, all them good buttons. But anyway, tonight, here we are going to work on this and finish it up. This is one of the signs that is going to the storefront that I'm gonna be putting some of my items in. I am gonna put a ribbon on here, just a bow on here, a simple little bow, and just finish it up. We did paint this up the other night. If you guys want to go back and watch that video, or if you can't find it, you can also go to my website, thoughtsoftreasures.com, and go on and see like the different, you could just see where you're going to find this picture, and then you can see where the video is. I'm going to use a black and gray. Now I'm going to show you something. I don't like these you guys, alright, I thought in the beginning this would be the most wonderful idea to put these rubber bands, this is what this is, a rubber band, around to hold this together, like this one, but don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I used to store my vinyl this way, and this stuff either, I don't know, it's not even rubber anymore. It's like, ugh, ugh. Okay? That's what it is. But these either they melt, if you have vinyl for your Cricut or your Scylla, and you roll these in there, don't do it. What I use now, not all my ribbons, and I don't know why I don't, but it would still work. You ever see those slap bands? Use them. They hold them nicely, they come off, they're not going to damage any of your items. And they're a dime a dozen. They're really not that expensive. You don't have to get the fancy dancy ones, but they'll work for your ribbons too. I don't see why they wouldn't. Even if they don't go all the ways around, they're still going to clip on and hold on to them. But if you use rubber bands, I'm just going to say suggestion stop, because this is what happens in time. So throw them away. I don't even want them. I don't like rubber bands. So we are going to make a simple bow, and I don't know what I'm going to put the top of this. I might put a flower, or I might see if I have a bone, but I don't know. Let me actually, before I go in, ouch, there's not even a dog in there. Let me see if I have a little bone in here. It'd be cute to put a little bone up on top. These are all the little, besides some of these are all the, we've got a paw print. We could do a paw print. I do have a little bone. Let's see if we have anything else. Let's see a different paw print. Oh, there's a bigger bone, but that might be too big. But let's just put it out just in case. We could put a heart. Maybe a heart. I made a, which I'm gonna actually do another one up a while back, a little crab thing. I think I'm gonna make one to take up there. Oh, I like the heart better. I might do a heart in a second, just because there's enough bones and paw prints on here. But I don't know, we're gonna see. I do a nice little red heart on it. Oh, that might look nice. I think I like that heart better. Actually, let's just use that one, say. Alright, I'm going to leave those out, but we're going to make this bow. Let me put this away. I'm going to put a little beaded hanger on it. I say that. Well, let me turn this on, so that can heat up. Alright, anyway. Whew. So like I said, if you guys are new, welcome in. My name is Connie. This is my page. This is my craft room. And I'm glad you're here. So first things first, I'm going to put a beaded hanger on. I am going to do, put these over here. I make a joke of it, but if you guys didn't see, I really totally said I was going to put a beaded hanger on, and all I did was put a hanger on it. It was quite comical. So, you know, that's part of how crafting goes. Oh! Whoa. Oh, that would have been a catastrophe. Whew! Okay. Anyway, how y'all doing over there? There's something about crafting that you gotta say. It's an accident waiting to happen. It's kind of one reason why I don't do resin on a lot of resin, because I probably would have, and I have tinkered with it, but it's not for me. It's just way too messy. So we don't. I'm gonna throw these beads over and about, and that's not going to be a fun thing. Oh Lord! All right. So now I have this on. I'm gonna use gray because we've got a lot of gray going on in here. So I think we're gonna use gray. So I'm just gonna put both of my. If you guys didn't see how I did that, I just looped it. I do it this way because it lays flat instead of trying to tie it like just that way. This way you have a nice little loop that just a hanger that kind of like lays flat on the back. So I'm going to put two before I do anything. Let me put the lid on this. So we're just going to put two on there like that. And now I don't want it to be, you know, major long thing. So I'm just going to tie, and I'm going to push this down just so it has enough. Basically, I just want this to have enough of a little give so that you can put your hook on it. You know, hang it on your front door, hang it on your wall, put the nail through, whatever you're using to hang it with, that's all it's for. I don't want it, if you make it long, then, you know, wherever you put this, it's going to be hanging way down. And you might want to even go lower than that. You know, you could probably shorten it if you wanted to, but I'm not. And I double knot it so that the bead doesn't come off. If you only do it once, then the chances, you know, the bead could fall off. So we're just going to cut it off, and we have our simple little beaded hanger. Well, I did that right this time. Next. Alright, next up we're going to make a bow. I am going to use black and gray just because that's pretty much what's in our design. I don't measure, I'm just going to cut because you can always cut down, remember. I know sometimes people say, well, you're wasting ribbon. I know, I probably do, but not enough to, I don't know. I know some people like, you know, make the big bows. They end up, you know, having a precise measurement, and they know what they're, you know, I don't. Just making sure that rubber band didn't ruin any of that ribbon. That's what it does too. It melts on the vinyl and ruins it, so then you have to, you know, cut that part off. So I prefer the slap bands. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, and I don't know, maybe I'll get in trouble for saying slap so many times, but whatever. There are slap bands or slap bracelets or whatever they're called like that. They are really, really good to use. That way they're not damaging anything, and you know, those things don't go that tight. So it's not like it's going to squish your vinyl or squish your ribbon. But I have ruined so much vinyl because of that. It's like, you know, if you don't use it a lot, you go back to it in like, you know, whatever, say a month, it's all melted and it's a mess. So, just my advice, just a suggestion, or if you have ribbon or vinyl, what do you guys use? I would love to hear other suggestions. That's just the best thing that I have come up with. And like I said, it's very cheap. They're not that expensive. You can get a box of, I don't know, 500 or something for like 10 bucks. So, I mean, it's minimal. I think I do have some in my storefront. If you guys are not familiar, I do have an Amazon storefront. Now, please keep in mind, with the Amazon storefront, you do not have to necessarily purchase what I have in my storefront, but if you use my link, which is in my link tree, which is on my Facebook, which is also on my website, you can use my Amazon link, check into Amazon, and then, if you don't like what I have in my store, or I do put things there that I do use, like the markers, the slap bands are in there, different things. Then you can, I like that, but now I'm looking for something different. You can just click off, don't click off, but just search for whatever like you normally would. But whatever you purchase while using that link will then give me the couple pennies to my, what do they call it, an influencer? I don't know, they call it something like that. So, just a suggestion, some people like to give stars, some people don't like to do that. And then you turn around, it's like, that's just one way of, if you do it, it gives the crafter or whoever has the storefront a few pennies in their pocket, while not having to charge you anything, like if you buy the stuff on TikTok or the stuff on the stars on Facebook. There's nothing, it's nothing out of your pocket. So I always say I'd rather you do that, because you're going to buy it anyway, than spend money. I mean, it's all appreciated, don't get me wrong, but and if you all need more understanding of what that, because sometimes I don't explain things well. I don't know, sometimes I feel I don't. So if it doesn't make any sense, you are more than welcome to ask me and message me or whatever the case is. But you can find my link tree on my Facebook page, and you can also find it on my website, thoughtsofTreasures.com. Alright, so I am just scrunching and bunching, and I swipe it off, and I'm just going to get something like that in the middle. Now with this is just a simple little bow, nothing major. You can use your bow dabber to make this. Oops. Kind of want to hold at the same time. Sometimes that's why this part is easier sometimes with the bow dabber, only because you can get that tight knot in there. But you want to get it tight, but you don't want to break your twine at the same time. I've done that many a times. And I did keep this black and gray just to keep it more neutral. Excuse me. And I do take this up only because this is silicone and nothing like rubs on here easy. Slides. I'm just going to cut those off, and then I'm going to see what it's going to look like on there. I might cut this down a little bit. Because it's a lot bigger than my black. I always like to have my front, if it's not the same size, or to be a little bit shorter than the other piece. And do you always get it like that? No. But the one thing that's nice about wired ribbon is you can crunch it up so that it does look smaller. But there's just a simple little bow. And I'm going to see if it's too big, not too big. Oh, I think that's perfect. Yeah, I think that's good. Now I really think, oh, I don't know. Ooh, I don't know. I'm not sure if I like the... You know what I'm gonna do before I glue that? I'm going to just paint one of these white. And I think I'm just going to try and see if I can just use my acrylic marker. I don't feel like getting the paintbrush out. Let's just paint this up. Ooh. Oh, maybe, let's see. Kind of seems like it's running. There it goes. A little bit better. Probably been easier just to get some paint out, but let's see. Tell you always use white more than any other color, white and black. And I don't think I'm very fond of that red. I kind of like it, but it's not mine. So I don't want it to be, ooh. Well, I really like that, but that red heart's got to get, you know, I don't want it to be that. And these markers are also in my storefront on Amazon. If you guys, these are amazing, amazing markers. They are ARRTZ acrylic markers. Very, very nice. They are a little pricey, but I'm telling you, they are well worth it. And I know they do go on sale every once in a while, so you know you can just put them in your cart and watch them. I'm going to dry this real quick. And then I'll put it over. White is always a hard color, so you gotta do 15 coats on it. I didn't want to do gray because then gray's already there. And we'll see. White might look nice. Besides, the tool, the heat tool is heating up still. I'm just gonna dry real quick. I think I need to clean my table off here. Let's give this another dry, another 21 coats. He might be there. I think one more coat. I don't need it to be bright white. she's quiet. Stop it. And I think that's probably good. We're gonna say it's good. Give it a quick try. It's not too red. I think I'm gonna like this better. Oh yeah, that definitely works better. And I mean the red is pretty if you want to give it a little bit of color. I do like the red, but it just, yeah, it's a bit too much. Let me know what you guys think, white or red. I mean, I'm putting the white on, but let me know what you think about the red. All right, so usually right in between this is where I put the glue, just to give it a little bit more, and that's another reason why I let the hanger be a little bit longer, because I spread this apart, and that's where I stick my twine loop. I put a good amount there, and then I just press that in there, and I hold it. I hold it till it dries. Don't pick it up until it dries. No matter what they say, don't pick it up until it dries. Is it dry? Oh. Then we're just going to glue this right on here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. And again, I'm going to hold this down. Don't pick it up till it dries. This is a Ryobi when it wants to, oh, you didn't really see that. It's a Ryobi, and I'm telling you, this stuff gets really, really hot. So it takes a while for it to get cool down. While that's drying, I'm gonna play with my ribbon. I think we're down, and voila. And again, you can always play with it a little bit more. I'm not going to mess with it yet, but I think it's perfect. And as I mess with it, because I want it to be maybe not sticking up so high. But that's our now finished product of our little dog sign. I think it's perfect, and it will be going to its new home here soon. So, hopefully. That is all I have for tonight. I'm glad you guys joined me in my craft room. And remember, I will be back tomorrow. Well, I don't know. It depends on when you see this. But I hope you guys will come back and join me in my craft room. Let's try it that way. That way I don't have to say tomorrow or next day or whatever. But I usually put these videos out 4 times a week. So, you know, if you see it, come join me again. You guys have a great rest of your day, your night, whatever time you're watching, and I will see you again soon. All right, bye guys.